Hello everyone, I'm Lauren O'Quinn, host of Trajectory on Location. Joining me now at the GEOINT 2018 Symposium is Dustin Gard Weiss, Associate Director for Enterprise at NGA. Hi there, Dustin, how are you?
I'm great, thanks. How about yourself?
I'm great, welcome back. We always enjoy talking to you.
Thanks, likewise.
As the Associate Director for Enterprise, how do you define the global GEOINT enterprise?
Yeah, so the global GEOINT enterprise is made up of primary contributors and users of geospatial intelligence from around the globe. And that is US government, international partners, industry, academia, all of whom come together to comprise the global GEOINT enterprise.
What changes have happened in the NSG and the ASG since you took over your position?
Yeah, let me highlight a few. First is we're making mission sharing, mission management a reality. And that includes both our US partners and also our international partners in the Allied System for Geospatial Intelligence. And so we are truly federating and leveraging the contributions of our partners in ways that we haven't before. So that's one. Two is the GEOINT committee that I chair, we are bringing more actionable challenges and issues to that forum. We are truly making progress as an enterprise and creating and strengthening the conversations that we're having and the ties between us. Lastly, related is a number of studies that we've undertaken over the last year that relate to driving the requirements for future architectures. And so there's been some really exciting work across our community that's really come together to inform those critical requirements.
Well, it sounds like good progress.
Thank you.
As a combat support agency, it's obviously imperative for NGA to work closely with DoD and the military. How has NGA improved its relationships with the individual military services?
Yeah, so let me talk about it from an enterprise functional management standpoint. We have increased our engagement across the Department of Defense relative to mission needs, right? And so what I mean by that is we've done a great job in the past of capturing needs, and I would argue from the standpoint of sort of more of in a tactical sense, right? So the requirements in a collection management sort of vernacular, which would be this portion of the Earth imaged this number of times per day at this resolution. Don't get me wrong, that's still valuable, but we've changed the conversation to really understand the missions that our Department of Defense partners are conducting and need to be prepared to conduct, and the role that GEOINT plays. And so taking almost a top-down strategic approach, coupled with sort of that tactical operational perspective, I think gives a more holistic understanding of the needs and requirements that the department demands and requires, and we need to be able to support. The other thing that we have done is increased our more active engagement across the Department of Defense. So increase the level of dialogue. So whether it be visits to the commands and across the various components of the commands, and really creating, I think, a stronger dialogue with them, not only about, again, sort of requirements, but also the capabilities that could be brought to bear to address their needs. And then also, I mentioned in the previous question, right, about some of the work that we've been doing relative to future architectures and future constellations. And so we've undergone a number of studies and a lot of activity to bring the Department of Defense and military and the service perspective into those conversations in a very deliberate way.
Excellent. Well, enterprise and operations at NGA seem to be better integrated since you took over. Why is that important, and what do you attribute that to?
Yeah, so General UV and I, and she's the Associate Director for Operations, have been very deliberate about ensuring that we forge a very close relationship between operations and enterprise. Mm-hmm. And the reason that that's important is severalfold. First and foremost, we have to bring together NGA operations with our enterprise operations, right? They are not two silos, they are not two stovepipes, they are truly need to be far more integrated and far more interdependent, and also sort of a give and take between. Two is, in fact, one of the things that we've put in place is we share a resource deputy, right? So in the NGA construct, there are 3 resource deputies that help to manage our resources, and General UV and I share one, which really brings the point home that it's not just about the operations, but it's also about the resources, and ensuring that the resources that are under our purview are informed by the dependencies' impact on the broader enterprise.
Well, always good to hear the NGA perspective, Dustin. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to stop by for a visit. We appreciate it.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.